For this video, I'm going to have you to draw tanks on, we call them box skids, like BOX skids, but the formal name for them are tubular skids. And these are probably the easiest ones to draw. And this is what they look like. So you've got just a flat piece of metal. It's actually bent the same way that a leg tank is bent. It's real similar. The dimensions are just a little bit different. So I'm going to show you how to take your existing leg tank drawings and make tubular skids. So you go to your double wall horizontal folder and go copy. And of course, there again, I'm working on my home PC. I don't have the same thing that you have. This ain't been updated in a while. But you're going to copy the entire contents of that folder. You're going to paste them into here. And you're going to change for each one LEG to BXSKID. And so you're going to change every one of them to that. Oops. Now just do a Control-C, Control-V. And it makes some battery naming applications. I used to have one of those and I don't have it anymore. I don't work on a PC much anymore. So we're going to go double wall horizontal, double wall DWH BXSKID. I'm going to open the first one. And we got to do a little work to these because this dimension down here, I've actually got to get you to redraw these. That dimension down there is going to have to be different because we do these in a manner on which they can be mounted to a truck frame. And so I'm going to check and see what we've got here, because I know we've got to be 34 inches end to end, and here we're not, we're 26. Now, for every one of these that you draw, you're going to need to be 34 inches end to end. That's our given information. So you're going to have to redraw these, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to make a note about that angle right there. That was like an 80-degree angle. I gotta write that down. 80-degree angle. Okay. So really, and our other given information here is we are 6 inches from the bottom of the tank down to the ground. That is every support that we have for 6 inches. So we're going to take all these pieces and delete them. Take everything here and delete it. And this is going to be the same procedure for every one of these that you draw. Our given information is we are 6 inches from the tank to the ground. So I'm going to do a temporary line that is 6 inches and 270 degrees. And that's going to get our height to the ground. We are 34 inches end to end. So half of 34 is 17. So we're going to go 17 inches to the right, 17 inches at 0 degrees. And we're going to go 17 inches at 180 degrees. So 17 inches to the right, 17 inches to the left. Now we're going to do a permanent line, And our permanent line, now this is going to be a little bit tricky. We want this to be at a 90-degree angle, and we want to touch that circle. So it's going to take some zooming in. And see how I went to local snap, right click, local snap. I'm going to do nearest on graphic. That makes the most sense to do here. See that pink diamond back behind my little plus symbol, how it just runs along? I'm going to change to 90 degrees. And I hope that it just snaps right in. It didn't, but that's okay. Let's just hit enter. We're going to make it snap in. All you have to do, grab that and just pull it up. And just keep zooming in until you see it touch. All we can do is all we can do at this point. Now see, I finally got that little pink X there. It finally touched it. Now over here it's going to be easy because we've got our size Y is 15.67. We should be able just to do a 15.67 line at 90 degrees and it should touch. Let's see if that doesn't touch it. And it sure did not. You're always going to be off a little bit. That's okay. We're going to zoom in as far as humanly possible. Grab that and pull it up. It won't let us zoom in no more. See, we finally got that little pink diamond. I went down just a little bit. Like I moved it up and down, and I finally got that little pink diamond. And that's what you're looking for, is that little pink diamond. So over here, just go up beyond it and back down. You'll finally get that little pink diamond for the intersection. Okay, the next thing you want to do is delete your temporary lines. The foreman said that the base on these is 3 inches. We got a 3-inch base. So we're going to do 3-inch base. Oh crap, this mouse goes wild. Okay, a 3-inch base. And then now we've got to connect it. We're going to start a line here. You draw a single or hit the little line icon over here, either way. And sorry about the wildness of this mouse. I hate working on this computer at home with a touch mouse. We're going to go local snap, nearest on graphic. We're going to do like a 60-degree angle is what we're looking for. And it snapped, but it snapped on the inner tank. And that's not what we want. I'm going to have to redo it. I'm going to do a 60-degree angle. Right click, local snap. Let's try intersection and see if that does any better. I don't think it does though. It don't. I got all kinds of messed up now. So you're going to do it while your line's in your hand. Right click, local snap, intersection. I'm going to zoom way in. trying to get this thing. No, intersection doesn't do good. We gotta do nearest on the graphic. Right click local snap nearest on the graphic, and you gotta make it do that while the line is in your hand. I'm looking for a 60-degree angle. I'm gonna try to get that 60-degree angle while I'm moving left to right here while I'm on this line. That's really the easiest way to do it. But if we can't, I got 59.99. Be better just to draw it longer and then snap it back. Now I'm struggling, and you're probably like, what is she doing? Alright, I'm just gonna draw it longer and snap it back. That don't work either. This is really hard to do. Okay. I wish I was getting paid by the hour to do this. And I'm not. I'm doing this for free. Because I'm salary paid. Okay. Nearest and graphic. Zoom way in. We're looking for 60 degrees. This is so hard to do. This is why I did all the envies for you before. Because I didn't want you to start out doing these. You'd be so intimidated. Now we're on 60. I'm going to be so careful. I'm actually just going to let go of my mouse. And I clicked it. I let go of it and I clicked it. Okay. So this line, our size X is 4.78, size Y 8.28, 8.28. We're going to do 60 degrees. Okay, let's try this. Local snap, nearest on the graphic. What was that, 8.28? 8.28 and 60 degrees. Let's try this. Oh, no, we can't do the 60 degrees because we're going the other way. Shoot. We're going the other direction. We can't do that. We gotta do, we're gonna do 120 degrees. So let's try, because 90 minus 30, a 90 degree angle is straight up and down. So 90 minus 30 is 60. 90 plus 30 is 120. So that's why we're doing a 120 degree angle, because we're going the other direction. So 8.28, 120 degree angle. Let's try that. That just ain't gonna do it. Let's try something else here. Let's try another little easy. Let's try to make this easy. Let's do an exact 360 or a 0 degree line. 360 or 0 degrees right there that touches that wall. And let's connect to that and go down here and connect to this. Oh my gosh, I got all kinds of mess here. My computer's froze again. As soon as I can pause this video, I will. I mean, this is confusing enough. And the video is just, I'm gonna close some stuff out here. Okay, this is confusing enough and the video just froze up, so that did not help. Alright, so you see how I drew that line over there and made it touch using local snap and nearest on graphic? I drew just a straight line over there and made it touch, and I come off that straight line down because it's so hard to attach things to circles. Now, I was close about it being a 120-degree angle to make it touch that circle, but as you can see, it's actually 120.02, and we ended up being 9.55. Yeah, the length of that was 9.56. Okay, so if you would have done a 9.56 at 120 degrees, it would have worked. I don't know how I got 8.28, but what I should have done, I'm sorry I'm making you dizzy, what I should have done, instead of looking down here at the size Y, I should have took a line and actually measured it. See how I got 9.56 at 60 degrees? So see, I could go, instead of 60, now we got to go the opposite of a 90-degree angle. 90 minus 60 is 30. 90 plus 60, or I mean 90 plus 30 is 120. So go 9.56 at 120 degrees. 9.56, 120 degrees. And that should touch it. And it did. Look. Not quite. Not quite. What if we did 9.55 at 120 degrees? Would it touch it then? 9.555? Maybe let's just do it the way I originally showed you. Start right here. Come out, local snap, nearest on the graphic. Now I'm not clicked anywhere, I'm just following along with this diamond. I'm getting to a 0-degree angle or a 360. Now look, it says down there 360. I let totally go with my mouse. I'm not going to touch that mouse. My hand is off it. I'm going to go, I'm going to tap that left mouse button. Now I'm going to come off of that line, and I'm going to come down to that line, and that connects it and makes it touch the circle. Now I had people that draw for me in the past, and I get this kind of stuff. I get like, hang on, I'll show you. Anyways. I can undo this in a minute. I get this kind of stuff. And this is not what I want to see. I don't want to see this. I'll show you in just a minute. I don't want to see that line crossing over like that. Because if it takes you an hour to fix it, I'd rather it to be right. And I also don't want to see this big wide gap right here. You know, so if it takes you like an hour to fix it, really do your diligence there and get those lines connected, because when people see these DWG files, they can zoom way in, and you know, we don't want them to see in a big mess. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do, we want to do a temporary rectangle off of these legs, because we know that these legs are 6 inches high from the ground. Or we could just go ahead and delete these legs, because we're not going to need them anyways. We're not even going to need them. I want to see something before I delete this though. White, white, no. Okay. Let's delete these legs. Not gonna need them anymore. We're done. Okay. Alright. Let's do a temporary line. And we're gonna go 6 inches, 270 degrees. Okay. We need to see what this height is right here. This height, as you can see, size Y is 15.67. So we want to draw a rectangle, and we want to start at this temporary line right here. And we want to go 15.67 high. And it's going to be 61 inches, just like the tank. 15.67 high. I forget things as fast as I see them. 15.67, yes. And that should have been black, because that's the permanent line. Okay, black. We'll go down here and we'll delete our temporary 6-inch line. And now we want to you go to brush, white, no, why can't I change that? Oh, pattern, white. So we go pattern, white, white, no, and hit OK. We should get like just a box. There we go. Okay. And I want to see if there's anything I want to do there. I don't know how much I like that. Let's do a transparency. See what happens if we do a transparency. Because I didn't much like how that looked a minute ago. I'm kind of learning as I go. I've never drawn this one before. Let's do a 25% transparency. And that way we see what's actually behind that. And I think that'll be good. And so that's going to kind of give us a side view, and it's going to show the runner, but we're going to see a 25% transparency under it. Now, what we want to do here is we want to mark this on tubular skids, and we want to show a dimension. I hope after I did all this work we're right. It's supposed to be 34 inches end to end, and we are. I'm going to go ahead and make this an invisible line, because I want to show the inside and the outside dimension. And the reason why I want to show that is because some of our customers buy these and they'll put them on like a truck frame and use them like non-DOT, just to move stuff around like on a job site. And so I'm gonna do a dimension smart, and And I want to be consistent with what's on the top. And so our top one was 4.3 inches tall. So dimensions smart. I want to go, and then here I want to get this long temporary line that we had, and where that was 4.3, let's try 8.6. There we go. That'll look good. And we're going to change the font. Sorry that I jump back and forth in these videos sometimes, but some of this stuff I've never drawn before. I have to kind of learn how to myself at the same time as you're learning how. So it's almost like we're in a class together or something here, both of us learning. And we want to make that font consistent. I think that was the 1-inch font up there. We want to make that consistent. And this is how we do it. I think that's good enough. So that's, oh, okay. Right here we gotta change this. We're gonna change this right here. I can't remember the thickness of those, so we're just going to call it on 6-inch high tubular skids. And if I find out the thickness in the next couple of days, I'll get you to just go in and make a note. I want to say that they're 1/8 inch, but some sizes they may be a 1/4 inch. So I don't want to notate that right now. All right, so there's how we're going to label that, and that's how we do it. If you have any trouble with this, ask me, but take all the time, even if it takes you an hour per line, take all the time you need to get that, because that's good learning. And let me know if you need any help.